What is up? What is up? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk, guys. Huge rumors out there, also confirmed news for Call of Duty, and I hope you guys all do enjoy. Of course, the biggest story out there, it's now official, thanks to the PR and the head of PR, I should say, over at Activision and Call of Duty. They have now confirmed it's locked at 12 teams, not the rumor potential 16 teams for the Call of Duty franchise first inaugural season. I cannot wait, guys. This does now confirm all the teams outside the league, which I am a bit worried about, but at least we do know now the 12 teams and cities have been confirmed and locked in. Now we just await the players and their rosters to be finalized. We've had, of course, New York announcing Zoomaa this morning. Besides that, a few coaches here and there. It's very slowly coming together. If you guys want to drop back here, we'll talk about those rosters as they do develop. We know those 12 cities, though, and they do get pretty crazy. Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, Florida. Alongside them, 2 in LA. We got 1 in London. We got Toronto, Paris, Seattle. I think I probably missed one like Minnesota. Did I get them all, though? We know our 12 cities. There are some great cities out there, some great organizations joining. What worries me, though, and a lot of you guys I'm sure as well, we've talked about this a lot of times here on the channel, the viewership, especially because there's no announcements right now for the format of the league. It just cannot be match play, right? We've seen this time and time again across many leagues out there. ESO Pro League for CSGO. We got Overwatch in their seasons as well. League of Legends, I think, is a bit more enticing when it comes to these league matches, but the way that most franchises do these kind of things, and especially with already COD viewership being a bit lower, a lot lower than those established leagues, we cannot just do week in, week out of league play matches, because you got to imagine besides the final weekend, it might fall off and be a bit boring to watch. So I'm very excited to see what format they will choose in terms of home and away games, and if they can actually spice this season up and this league up, as it will probably need to be spiced pretty heavily. And I think even more importantly, not really talked about too much out there, I've talked about it plenty here on this channel, we now have confirmed all of the teams outside of the league, which is, it's pretty worrying. We've talked about our worries about not only viewership wise previously mentioned, but also these teams outside the league itself. They're pretty baffling. A lot of them are historical franchises in Call of Duty. If not so, they're still very good and had some very solid rosters underneath their name, first of which that being 100Thieves, obviously not a historic COD franchise, but obviously with Nadeshot and his ties, and one of the better Call of Duty rosters we did see throughout 2019. On top of all of that, you think of Gen G, Heretics, E6, Reciprocity, alongside others, Evil Geniuses. No, that's not going to happen. E-United, back-to-back titles in a COD Champs ring alongside that roster. The players will continue. The organization, not so much. OpTic is kind of in, but kind of out, based off comments you guys gave me. You won't be following TJ and Dashy, although I'm sure a few of you guys will. And then very lastly, one of the biggest brands in Call of Duty and esports in general, that being FaZe Clan, amongst others, will not be partaking in this Call of Duty first franchise season, which still baffles me. It worries me, it baffles me. It's so surprising and sad to see that some of the biggest Call of Duty organizations in history will not be a part of the league, because they couldn't afford it or just thought it was better to avoid it, and they could be right. And more Call of Duty news will be coming here probably every single day, guys. I really do thank all of you guys from the Call of Duty scene who have been subscribing, liking, or at least watching the content itself. It's been a pretty nice growth over here, especially amongst some huge announcements out there. You know, we only have New York and Zoomaa, a few coaches here and there. We do know, or we're pretty sure, that Censor's gonna get a team, and then all of a sudden, just last night, Activision decides to say, hey, by the way, this cross-platform game, maybe not so much cross-platform. Survival mode, PS4 players, you are the master gaming race to us and always will be. Exclusive game mode for an entire year, which, by the way, someone brought up, and I didn't even think about this right away. Based on that year mark, when everyone else can actually finally play that game mode, a new Call of Duty comes out. So people baffled by that. Activision seemingly not doing the best choices around their game, which could continue thanks to Gaming Rev. This guy has a lot of high-class leaks out there. Really hits the point on a lot of these things. He's now talking about a pretty egregious supply and loot box system, which could be coming as well. I don't think that necessarily affects, of course, the competitive scene and how the multiplayer will work for pro players out there. I still think the Call of Duty handled very well, but it doesn't help when your developer is actually hurting your game and the overall player base, because that also goes to the viewership of the Call of Duty League, and also the future of Call of Duty depends on the general population who are not really liking what we're hearing so far about the future of this game. The beta went so well until Activision has now announced exclusive things for PS4 players only, and now Gaming Rev saying some loot boxes and supply box things could be pretty weird and really cash grabby. Yes, I'm worried. Either way, though, whether worried or not, whether good or bad news, guys, we'll be breaking it down here on the daily for Call of Duty and other esports as well, if you do want to check it out. We are a part of a crazy gaming scene, and Call of Duty is now playing a large part in that, and I hope the best for the future as we do lock down some of these rosters, because every roster that's rumored so far and not confirmed is absolutely nuts. Until next time, I hope you guys all enjoy. Have a great night. Have a great day. I'll see you back here sometime soon. Bye.